Here's Brody Brazil.
The whole Judge and Correa things, like, they need to be put aside. You need to move on from that. If you're a Giants fan through the course of this season and you keep bringing that up, let's begin with Judge. Did he kind of use the Giants for his leverage and negotiation purposes? Yeah, maybe. And the whole tweet of him in the hotel lobby of San Francisco, and people knew that he's got family in Northern California. It was messy. And what are you supposed to do if you're the Giants? Oh, no, we're not going to talk to you, Aaron Judge, even though you're a free agent, even though we are searching for our next centerpiece franchise player. No, we're not. We know you're just playing us. They have to do due diligence. They had to do that. I don't think poorly of Aaron Judge and his agent and his team for riling Giants fans up. It's part of business, I guess. He was going to do it to somebody else. He just kind of picked the Giants as his hometown team. Could have done it to the A's if he knew that a contract was available to him in Oakland too. It could have done it to any California team, I guess, but especially the Giants because they kind of fit the moment. They were a little bit not vulnerable, but they fit the mold of somebody who might go after him. I get it. I don't blame the Giants for even pursuing it in one bit. Now, fan base getting way overextended and reacting, but I don't blame you for that either because you kind of thought, oh, wow, winter meetings and this might actually happen. And okay, let's move on from that. The Carlos Correa thing. I mean, it's not the Giants' fault that they were the first to wave a flag on this, blow a whistle on this. Look, the Mets were in the same position, and the Mets are a little bit more likely to throw around the money and the coin and the long-term contract. They don't seem opposed to that at all. Like, they've clearly decided that now is when they're gonna write more checks. Even they looked at this and said, we're a little bit concerned. We've got some reservations. I don't want those two things to continue looming over Giants fans as dark shadows. It's ridiculous that, I get it. If you're a Giants fan, you're bummed out because neither one of them worked out. That's fine. Totally okay. Totally okay. Did it stop your team from doing whatever else they were going to do in the offseason? I don't think so. Like, you can't say that, like, what happened. And I love the Giants pitching staff. I think that is the foundation of their team. Positionally and roster-wise, I don't know. Are they even still an 81-win team? I don't know. I mean, there's an argument out there. This is not me being controversial. This is not me inciting something, but Giants and A's this year, can you plainly convince me that one team is going to have a far better record than the other? The Giants should. I don't know if they will. Anyway, I just want to say on behalf of Giants fans, like, you should not let the past offseason dwell into this season. And if I'm you, honestly, right now, I think you're in the same spot. You're still looking for a franchise player, but it's so important to build around that franchise player. Maybe that one individual is Shohei Ohtani. Oh, my goodness. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up and say it's a sure thing, but why would Ohtani want to come to San Francisco? That's a question. They'd have to prove to him, hey, we're going to get you, but we're also going to build this around you. We've got a good pitching staff intact right now. Bullpen, position players, supporting cast. I think they also would need to recognize that Ohtani in the next 5, 6, 7 years may not be able to do both sides as much. Make his start in the rotation normally fine, but maybe not hit in the lineup 4 days a week or 5 days a week. Maybe he can only hit 2 days as a DH in the lineup. And that's weird, by the way, that I was just thinking, wait, there's no DH in the National League. Oh, yeah, no, there has been for a while. My brain is still trained. So I'm not going to say this year is a wash for the Giants, but I do still think they need to be in building and acquisition mode more than they are thinking that this group is the one that's going to get you to the next step. And I think that's obvious. And I'm also willing to see what, like, sometimes you get a special team. Maybe it is. They've had a weird start to their season, by the way. Oh, here's your opening series Here's you against the Yankees, and now here you are against another American League team, the White Sox. That's the new format, right? But let them get home. Let them play some National League teams. The division is super tough. Oh, my gosh. What the Dodgers are doing, what the Padres have built. You're almost fortunate that the Rockies have been non-existent for years, and the Diamondbacks kind of the same way. Kind of fortunate that it's only been the Dodgers for a while, and now the Padres. It's not like the AL West where everybody's kind of been on fire at one point or another. So I don't want them to dwell on the winter. Stay focused on the present, see what you got there, but also understand that you really need to start building for the future. And maybe if you're positioning yourself right now to obtain your next centerpiece, go ahead. I think you're right on track.